I think Dave
do you know how to turn this thing on?
This one in here.
Hold on.
Ow! Okay. Should be it.
Let me just get these adjusted. These never spin the right way, do they?
They never seem to sit properly on my head, don't they?
No, seriously.
And I've been told I have a perfectly shaped skull as well by many doctors.
Okay, you ready? Which one is the record button?
I think it's the big red. Never saw me coming, so I lean out the window and I scream, "Recognise this voice?" And I start doing my Bert Newton as a Hungry Jack's employee impersonation.
It really is so much easier without a proper audio technician. I mean,
Election week? More like erection week. Then I explained that I was just kidding around.
yeah, you have. And it was months until I could admit to myself, dreams are dreams. That goldfish is never going to say I love you back.
Good morning, Australia. The burgers are better at...
Oh, hold on, I don't think we've been recording.
What do you mean?
Oh, every time I thought we were recording, we weren't recording, and vice versa.
So you mean we've just been sitting in here talking to each other for 2 hours for no real good reason?
Yeah, well, unless you count spending time with each other as a reason.
Yeah.
And I think we did actually record your Bert Newton impersonation.
Oh, well, thank Christ for that, because that's the Baconium marble of this recording so far. For some of our less informed listeners, Baconium is the mineral found in the mines of the fictitious Australian/French 90s children's television show, Lil Elvis.
That's right. Before our illustrious careers as local radio hero icons, Gruff and I penned pretty much every worthwhile episode of Lil Elvis.
That's right, and there was the Wayne Manifesto.
And the Up Late game show with hot dogs.
And the pilot to House and Depart.
Which eventually became Home and Away.
Oh, and Big Brother Australia.
Oh, yes. Now, that is an interesting one, because I know a lot of people who are under the impression that Big Brother Australia was all improvised.
Which is simply a load of horse sperm. I mean, you and I, when we work together, everything's tightly scripted. I always say if there's room for improvisation, then there's room for improvement.
Yep.
I still look back fondly on those all-nighters we'd pull, you and me in our tiny office over at the network.
Yep, those were the days.
Tin of Nescafe, a 6-pack of 4X Gold, a 4-pack of 6X Silver, and a whiteboard full of ideas.
Yep.
And I can remember you, Gordo. You had a gift for writing those diary room monologues.
Oh, well, you give me too much credit, but Shakespeare was the guy to me.
But your entries made me laugh, made me cry. What was that one you wrote for Warwick bloody Capper that year we decided to cast a bunch of C-list celebrities?
Well, look, I'm a bit rusty with the voice, but it was something like...
Do it.
Oh, hi, big brother.
Yes.
This show is doing me head in. Yes. I want to go home. I miss me footy. I want to play on the footy pitch again and have a good old kick around with my footy boys who love footy as much as I love footy. I'm Warwick bloody Capper and I bloody love footy. Something like that,
It's beautiful.
Well, maybe we should introduce ourselves and what it is that we're doing here.
Great idea. Well, this being our debut iPodcast, I think we should avoid pigeonholing ourselves for the time being.
Preach.
So I came up with one name, which I'm convinced not only satisfies the possible future expansion of our little empire here, but also it'll roll off the tongue like some hazardous, sweet-smelling marble.
My thoughts exactly. I've been brainstorming a couple of ideas for our iPodcast as well. Should we just read them on the count of 4?
You read my mind.
A 1,
2,
a 3,
4.
Gruff and Gordo's late night, all day breakfast drive home iPodcast.
Welcome to episode 1
of many
of the Gruff and Gordo's late night all day breakfast drive home iPodcast.
Yeah, we're a cafe that serves breakfast all day for your ears.
Oh, I like that. We are your hosts. My name is Grant Humphreys. You can call me Gruff.
And I'm Gordo.
And this is a bit of a new experience for us, I suppose you could say. We've never actually listened to an iPodcast.
Nope.
Can only assume that it's a longer, less effective means of brainwashing the masses into shopping at Harvey Norman than our more comfortable medium, commercial radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we hosted the breakfast show for the local station 104.7 for nearly 20 years.
We were the best. I was adored for my passionate, often controversial monologues, affectionately nicknamed Grant's Rants.
And I just had a passion for the whole shebang, getting up at 4 a.m. every weekday, spouting endless, inane banter about the weather and the traffic and the X Factor.
Yeah, it was the life.
The life.
Until that life was cut short. We were unfairly dismissed, partly because of some unsubstantiated rumours that were circulating around the office, but I like to think that the fad cads upstairs were getting sweaty palms and shaky balls over some of the topics that ended up in the firing line as some of my classic Grant's Rants.
And I was just let go because of some corporate reshuffling on no fault of mine, and I harbour no ill will.
Plus, didn't they catch you sleeping in the studio on a few occasions?
Guilty. Yep. It was the warmest place in winter. I mean, the studio was my home quite literally for the past 12 years. It will be a shame to have to move out, really.
Oh, Gordo, you don't have a place?
Nope, never needed one. Radio was my passion, and as they say, if you love what you do, you'll never earn $1 in your life.
The phrase is actually never work a day in your life.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, it doesn't really apply because obviously you did work here many days, in fact 12 years worth.
But it's all water under the bridge now, and we're swimming with the current right into the polluted oceans of the modern world of your tube and iPodcasts.
Yes.
Spooky.
Yes. Well, it is. It's very scary to be jumping into this this sack of unknown snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Why
Indian
did it have to be
Jones.
snakes? Indian James. According to Catherine, our ex-boss, it is impermissible for us to use any of the segments that made us local radio hero icons during our illustrious careers at 104.6.
She did mention that you could take the Grant's Rant segment, though. I remember her exact words. If I wanted to listen to a paranoid schizophrenic babbling incoherently, I'd talk to my father. See, he lived on the corner of the London Circuit and Northbourne Avenue there, used to wash windscreens with a squeegee, made an absolute killing.
Oof, well, you never get me doing that. Even in the most desperate of situations, I think I'd rather walk into oncoming traffic.
Well, apparently he did just that. I mean, there's a job opening if you need one.
Oh, Gordo, in your dreams. Well, Catherine, I guess what goes around comes around. You fired us, and then your dad killed himself. Ouch. Sounds like karma to me.
Suffer in your jocks, Catherine.
Whoa, that's good squishy.
To be fair, she was always good to me, though.
Hey, that could be a good segment for our iPodcast.
What? Be good to me? I think I'd like that one.
No. Suffer in your jocks, Catherine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I think it explains itself. In the Suffer in Your Jocks Catherine segment, we call up a different Catherine every time and spook them by saying, "Suffer in your jocks," when they least expect it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And then we say, "You're fired. You clear out your desk. From this moment on, you're not allowed to be within 1 kilometre of this radio station. This is a court attendance notice. You are legally required to attend this appointment." And Catherine will say, "But I didn't do anything. I just spoke my mind into a microphone." And we'll say, "You incited a riot at Cockington Green. You need to answer for all the children who were harmed in the flames." And Catherine will quite rightly say, "Cockington Green is an abomination. Who are we to play God by creating a miniature village? I implore any member of the public out there, child, adult, elderly, disabled, if you have any sort of moral backbone, any devotion to Jesus and his teachings, destroy Cockington Green. Raze it to the ground. Burn it! Burn them all!"
What if we asked listeners to read us the last 3 text messages they sent from their phones? That could be a cute segment.
Yeah, Gordo, cute's not really what we're going for. You gotta remember, this is the internet, the Wild West for content. We can literally do anything we want with no repercussions. We need to be blazing trails like Halley's Comet, but instead of every 88 years, we should be blowing up the Earth every 88 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually every 75 to 76 years, but you wouldn't really care about the facts there, would you, Gruff?
Well, I'm not quite sure what you're getting.
I offered you an idea for a new segment in good faith, and you shot it down just like Halley's Comet comes shooting down past Earth every 84 years.
Well, what I would say to that, Gordo, is this is Australia, where bad ideas come, usually via boat, to get shot down.
Oh, it's a bad idea, is it? Is that right? Worse than suffering your jocks, Catherine?
Oh, hey, I mean no disrespect here, Gordo, but I just don't think it's right for this show.
Yeah, here's an idea for the show. Call in, everybody, if you think Gruff can be a real dickhead.
Hey, you cannot say that. We're on the air here.
Yeah, we're not on the air, we're in the air. And it's the internet, mate. There's no rules, you Wild West wanker.
Hey, Wait, we can swear?
Yes, we can, you bloody bastard.
You stop that shit.
Hey, new segment idea. Call Gruff exactly what he is. A sometimes shithouse person.
Oh, fuck off, Gordo, you whinging twat.
Oh, eat a shit dick, you bozo bitch hound.
Suck my hairless cunt, you motherfucking ass monkey.
Kill yourself, you worthless piece of shit, cunt.
Swallow my piss-filled cock, you pus-filled shit-ass dog fucker.
Yep, that's them all right.
Excuse me, what are you two doing in here?
We'll be right back after these messages.